home ice for a non-conference matchup against the St. Paul Academy Spartans. The Hawks entered play under head coach Ryan Zero, now in his third season behind the bench, continuing to build and develop a young group in one of the tougher schedules they've faced this year. Chaska comes in with a 2-18-1 overall record, while the Spartans arrive at a 1-18 on the season, making this a matchup of two teams hungry to turn momentum in the right direction. For Chaska, it starts with sophomore Jake Campbell and Tyler Ramaka. The Hawks leading scorers and Sam Swanson providing leadership up front. In goal, Frank Petz has shouldered a heavy workload, facing more shots than any goaltender in Metro West Conference. Tonight might be an opportunity for Nathan Brandt to go ahead and step in and relieve a little bit of stress for Frank, as he played last night solid in the effort and didn't come away with the win. Both teams are looking to reset tonight, protecting home ice and take advantage of non-conference opportunity. The opening face-off is coming up next from Chaska. Tonight's game at the Chaska Community Center Ice Arena features two programs searching for traction as the season enters its final stretch. And for the Hawks, this one carries added importance playing at home. Chaska enters tonight with a 2-18-1 record and currently sits 8th in the Metro West Conference. The Hawks have faced consistent challenges this season, particularly early in games, where goal differential is tilted heavily in the first two periods. When Chaska scores first, the results have been more competitive, and that early push will be a clear point of emphasis tonight. Despite the record, there have been signs of growth. Just last game against Waconia, the Hawks fell behind early, but responded with one of their strongest periods of the season in the third. Chaska outshot the Wildcats 20-16 in the final frame and scored twice, showing what this group can look like when the pace, forecheck, and confidence all align. Offensively, the Hawks are led by a young core. Sophomore Jake Campbell and junior Tyler Ramaka each have 20 points on the season and account for a large share of Chaska's scoring. Ramaka leads the team in goals, while Campbell has been a consistent playmaker. Senior Sam Swanson adds experience and leadership, especially on special teams, where the Hawks continue to search for consistency. Defensively and in goal, Frank Petz has been asked to do a lot. He's faced more shots than any goaltender in the Metro West Conference and continues to battle behind a team that's often outshot nearly 2-1. Shot management, clean breakouts, and limited scoring chances will be critical if Chaska wants to control the flow tonight. On the other side, St. Paul Academy Spartans enter with a record of 1-18 and a 7-game losing streak of their own. Spartans have struggled defensively, giving up over 7 goals per game, and like Chaska, they've been heavily outshot most nights. Their top scoring threat is senior Louis Bertholium, who leads the team with 9 goals, while his freshman brother has emerged as a secondary scoring option. Special teams could play a decisive role. Both teams have power play units that have struggled, and penalty killing has been a challenge on each side. Discipline and execution with the man advantage may create the difference in a game where confidence can swing quickly. Tonight is a non-conference matchup, but for the Hawks it represents more than that. It's an opportunity to home ice, to start fast, dictate the pace, and play from a position of strength. With two teams searching for a spark, the opening minutes could set the tone for the entire night. Puck drop is next from Chaska, and both teams are ready to go looking for a turning point. Oh, shit! Fuck. I'll kill the commercial and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Chaska Community Ice Center Arena tonight as boys hockey returns on the second of back-to-back nights from Chaska. Tonight, the Chaska Hawks are back on home ice for a non-conference matchup against the St. Paul Academy Spartans. The Hawks enter play under coach Ryan Zero, now in his third season behind the bench, continuing to build a young group into one of the tougher schedules they've faced this year. Chaska comes in with a 2-18-1 overall record, while the Spartans from St. Paul Academy come in with a 1-18 on the season, making this a matchup of two teams hungry to turn momentum in the right direction. For Chaska, it starts with sophomore Jake Campbell and junior Tyler Ramaka, the Hawks' leading scorers, and Sam Swanson providing leadership up front. In goal, Frank Petz has shouldered a heavy workload, facing more shots than any goaltender in the Metro West. Both teams are looking to reset tonight, protect home ice, take advantage of a non-conference opportunity. Opening faceoff is coming up next from Chaska. everybody, as we prepare for the athletes to take the ice, I want to remind everybody at the conclusion of tonight's game, we're going to select our Ridgeview player of the game. Visit ridgeviewmedical.org today. Referees have joined us. Players are now about to take the ice. We'll introduce the starting lineups, followed with the national anthem, and we'll have ourselves puck drop. At the conclusion of tonight's game, if you can't catch it live or just want to relive some of the top moments from the Hawks after the game, games are archived within 24 hours after completion. Check out the On-Demand tab on the Chaska Hawks Live homepage to watch tonight's game and all previous broadcasts on chaskahawks.live for free. Here come the St. Paul Academy Spartans. We'll now await the entrance of the Chaska Hawks. Here come the flag bearers, and here come the Chaska Hawks. As we prepare for the starting lineups, high school athletes thrive on great coaching and a home team advantage. If you're looking to list or buy a home, call the Rome team with Coldwell Banker at 612-207-6334 today.
Starting at forward is number 16, Brady Glenn.
Starting at forward, number 16, William O'Brien. Starting at number 17, Mark Darabin. Starting at forward, Peter Berthune. Starting at defense, Judd Berthune. Starting in goal, Brody Manning. And now, for the Chaska Hawks, on senior night here at the Chaska Community Center Ice Arena. At forward, we've got senior number 2, Cole Wacker. We've got senior number 5, Holman. Senior number 11, Isaac Anderson. At forward, senior forward, Tyson Herman. And at forward, senior number 19 and co-captain, Sam Swanson. And in goal, we've got senior Frank Betts.
Spartans are coached by Bill McLean. He's assisted by Tanner Linden and Dan Bartholomew. The Hawks are coached by Ryan Zero. He is assisted by
Let's prepare for our national anthem.
James Calhoun. Tonight we have with us from the Chaska Chanhassen Hockey Association. Please help me welcome Will Harvey and Sully, who are bearing the colors. Yes, at this time, please ask that you rise. As you are able, gentlemen, please remove your caps. As we play the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
fans as we prepare for the opening face-off. Players will take their respective benches. Coaches will give their final instructions. Referees will take their place at center face-off. Let's get ready for Hawks action. Get social with the Chaska Hawks Live by following us on X at Chaska Hawks Live, on Instagram at Chaska Hawks Live, or on Facebook via Facebook.com at Chaska Hawks Live for the latest highlights, news, and the best coverage of Hawks sports around. Sam Swanson takes the face-off dot. Opposite of Darabin. Puck's controlled by the Hawks into the neutral zone, picked up by Herman. Herman chips it in. Swanson picks it up, turns, fires it on net. Good save there by Manning as it's chipped wide. The Spartans move down on a quick rush on a 3-on-1. Pett's there for a save. Good play there by O'Brien to streak down. Put that pressure right away on Petts. Top scorers coming into the game tonight for the Spartans are Peter Bythome and his brother, Judd. Face off, control behind the net, picked up by Giel. Giel turns over to Ramaka. Ramaka tries to clear the zone. Picked up by Campbell. Campbell dumps it deep. Brings it around as he works. Gets pinned up along the boards. Turns, brings it out front, tries to fire. Kept in zone by Greathouse. Colasar dumps it towards the net. Campbell brings it right out front. Picked up here in front by Judd. Bartholomew. Campbell with the intercept. Campbell cuts across the middle as he looks to enter the zone with some speed. Picks it up, works his way into the middle. Dumps it towards the net. Manning with the save. Picked up in the corner by Ramaka. Pressured by Sauer. Puck battle deep in the corner on the near boards. Back to the point. Johnson fires it back in. Picked up here by Gaspard. Puck chipped loose. This will be offsides on the Hawks with 15:34 remaining here in this first period. Face off by Sam Swanson. Picked up. Shepard tries to chip it free. Brzezinski out to Swanson. Swanson dumps it deep. Gutowski picks it up for the Hawks on the far boards. Works his way to Connors. Connors pinned along the boards. There by Gaspard. As he works it around, Connors leaves it. Gutowski picks it up behind the net. Turns. Good play to shed the defender as he works his way through. As he dumps it up towards front, Manning with the save, pushes aside. Swanson picks it up, leaves it for Gutowski. Gutowski works it around, looking for passing center and playing in front. Connors was there. Manning with the save. The Spartans managed to clear the zone, but the Hawks contain control of the neutral zone as he dumps it deep. Sauer brings it around, wraps it up to Conklin. Conklin takes a big hit for his effort. Pett stops the puck behind. Colasar quickly brings it out. Hawks exit the defensive zone. Colasar works it through the neutral area. Brings it along the far boards. Dumps it out towards front. Ramaka. Good shot on net. Manning there with a save. Campbell picks it up. Works his way across the top. Brings it out of the zone. That'll be offside, so the Hawks will have to reset. Colasar brings it back over to Ramaka. Ramaka dumps it deep. Manning there to pick it up behind the net. Use the puck for Bythome. Bethune tries to send the pass, can't quite do so. Campbell turns, fires it towards the net, tipped right there on the doorstep by Greathouse. Good play by Manning for the kick save. Puck's controlled by Campbell along the far side. Good offensive pressure here by the Hawks early on. Spartans manage to clear the zone, but Campbell picks it up for the Hawks, turns it around. Colasar brings it back to Campbell. Campbell works his way, steals the puck in the slot, and he fires the puck just off the post. Ramaka. The Spartans manage to clear the zone, picked up. Hayden Nelson in the neutral area. Picked up by Darabin, dumps it deep. Montague picks it up on the far side. Good pressure there by Bethune. Montague picks it up, clears the zone to Tyson Herman. Centering pass over to Hayden Nelson, can't quite connect on the pass. Stumped deep, but Finn Johnson picks it up in the neutral zone, dumps it deep. Bouncing puck behind the net. Play picked up by Sowers, he fires it around, but it fired from the point by Johnson. Kick save there by Manning. Hawks manage to maintain control. Sauer picks it up behind, chips it high off the boards. Johnson keeps it in, wraps it around. Picked up on the near side here by Shepard. Shepard tries to chip it forward. They clear the zone, but the Hawks maintain control. Long ice pass, intercepted. Hawks pick it up, dump it deep. This will be icing. 12:27 remaining here in the first period. Good offensive pressure here by the Hawks right out of the gate. Have 5 shots on net compared to the Spartans' 1. Manning's been up to the task so far. Swanson steps into the face-off circle opposite of Gaspard. Puck battle along the far boards. Hawks come away with it. Connors exits the zone. Over to Anderson. Isaac Anderson dumps it deep. Puck's chipped all the way down. Holman retrieves the puck behind the net. Up along to Connors. Connors can't quite clear the zone, but picked up by Anderson in front. Puck exits the zone. Bethune brings it around. Anderson tries to bring it through the zone. Can't quite do so. This will be a stoppage on the icing play with 11:55 remaining here in this first period. As a reminder, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll select our Ridgeview Player of the Game. Visit ridgeviewmedical.org today. Sam Swanson steps into the face-off circle opposite of Darabin. Puck loose in front. Cleared by the Spartans, picked up by Giel. Giel stops in the neutral zone. Puck battle on the far sword. Sauer picks it up, moves it back over. Dumps deep by O'Brien. Picked up by Colasar by the Hawks. Behind the net, takes a big check. Gives it back to Darabin. Gutowski works his way across the middle. Fires on net, off the crossbar. High into the netting. Gutowski beat Manning, but the puck was just a little high. Went off the crossbar up into the netting. Keeping the score 0-0. Ramaka steps into the face-off circle opposite of Mark Darabin. Sauer picks it up as he works his way around. Puck's cleared all the way down. This will be Bridger Colasar, picks it up. This will be icing against the Spartans. As a reminder, if you can't catch the game live or just want to relive some of the top moments from tonight's game, games are archived within 24 hours after completion. Check out the On-Demand tab on the Chaska Hawks Live homepage to watch tonight's game and all previous broadcasts on chaskahawks.live for free. Face-off circle. Swanson steps into the face-off circle opposite of Darabin. Face-off chipped into the corner. Spartans managed to clear the zone. They got a 2-on-1 opportunity streaking down the middle, just out of reach was Judd Bethune. Couldn't quite get handle on the puck. Hawks managed to clear the zone. As they work their way back, Montague picks it up deep, reverses course over to Finn Johnson. Finn Johnson's got Ramaka here on the near side. Steps up back cross ice. Campbell picks it up through the neutral zone as he works his way across the middle. Steps into the play, tries to fire, can't quite get the shot off. Good play there by Gogala. Ramaka picks it up behind the net. Out front. Puck comes out. Montague steps, side steps, fires towards the net, tipped. Play right there in front by Greathouse. Good save there by Manning. Create the stoppage of play on the loose puck with 10:28 remaining here in this first period. Hawks continue to get that pressure. Tyson Herman steps into the face-off circle. The Spartans looking for a center. Take the face-off. Lensmeyer will step in to take the face-off for the Spartans. Puck controlled by the Spartans as they work his way around. There's Sauer. Herman dumps it around. Herman with a big check in the corner. Good play there to take Sam Shepard off his feet and gain control of the puck. Spartans manage to clear the zone as they work their way around. Here's Leo Rice as he fires on Petz. Petz there with a good glove save with 10:04 remaining. That'll be the second shot on net here by the Spartans. Lensmeyer steps into the face-off circle opposite Sam Swanson. Face-off controlled by the Spartans as they dump it deep along the far boards. Picked up by Giel. Giel clears the zone. Bardekin picks it up. He's got Gutowski racing down toward the middle. Gutowski had to stop. He had too much momentum moving into the zone. Gutowski dumps it deep. Alex Bardekin picks it up. Swanson there. Brings it right out front to Gutowski, and he picks up the goal. Great play there as they work it around. Gutowski with his goal. That's Mason's second goal of the season. On a great play by Swanson and by Bardekin. Even strength goal with 9:44 remaining here in this first period. Hawks take a 1-0 lead. Sam Swanson with the face-off. Puck controlled by the Spartans.
Chaska, second goal of the season, number 41, Mason.
Play right on Manning. As we regain action, Manning jumps on the loose puck.
And number 42, Alex Bardekin. Time of goal, 7 minutes, 16 seconds into the first period. Gutowski, his second of the year.
Tyler Ramaka steps into the face-off circle, opposite of Gaspard. Picked up by Greathouse behind the net. Greathouse turns, fires it to Campbell. Campbell picks it up on the far boards, cuts his way towards the slot, dumps it in, loose puck in front. Greathouse turns, looking for the outlet pass, intercepted here. Conlon can't quite advance into the offensive zone. Stolen by Finn Johnson. Now creates a 3-on-2. Ramaka on the far side, back to Campbell. Montague from the point, fires. Campbell on the far side. Works his way out, picked up by Johnson. Johnson fires it from the point. Wide. Montague picks it up. Ramaka keeps it around the perimeter. Campbell tries to connect back to Ramaka on a quick pass. Can't quite do so. Puck's worked over by Conlon. Conlon dumps it deep so the Spartans can get a line change. Hawks can make some advancement fast. Ramaka comes up on the near side, dumps it towards net. Picked up by Sauer. Sauer fires it around. Tries to connect with Berthum. High off the glass. Spartans finally exit the zone. This will not be an icing. Montague picks it up over to Ramaka. Scott Campbell. He's also got Wacker as Wacker moves his way through. Campbell turns as he works his way around, looking for some centering help. Keeps it on the perimeter. Tyson Herman moves his way in, right in front. Wacker there. Can't quite convert. Puck's loose. Picked up here. Isaac Anderson keeps the puck in the zone. Picked up in the slot. Tyson Herman with shot. Good defensive effort there by Shepard to block the shot. Puck comes all the way back down. Picked up by Wacker. Wacker tries to center it. Picked up by Nelson. Hayden Nelson brings it in. Looking for the Hawks. Fires it on net. Deflected there by Sam Shepard. Puck's kept in the zone by Giel. Dumps it along the far boards. Puck battle. Cleared by the Spartans as they dump it down. Giel picks up the puck, looking to reset. Build an offensive rush. Along the far boards, can't quite connect with Nelson. Puck comes down. Sauer reverses course. Over to Hansen. Hansen centers it towards the middle. Picked up here by Rice. Rice fires, pets, blows puck in front. Colasar exits the zone behind the net. Brings the puck around, loses his stick. Dumped back down. Picked up by Hayden Nelson in neutral zone as he works his way through, waiting for some more Hawk support. Nelson wisely backhands it in on net. Manning almost loses it in his skates. Manning has to jump on the puck deep in his own zone, creating a stoppage and play with 6:33 remaining here in this first period. Hawks with a 1-0 lead. Sam Swanson steps into the face-off circle, opposite of Lachlan Gaspard. Puck's loose in front. Puck's chipped finally deep. Picked up behind the net by Gogala. Johnson chips the puck free. Puck moves across. Sam Swanson cuts across the middle, loses his footing, still comes up with the puck as he works his way through. He tries to center the puck, bouncing through into the slot area. Back to Swanson behind the net. Hawks look to get some offensive pressure here in the center. They bring it back out to Gutowski. Gutowski switches, reverses. Left for Connors, out to Finn Johnson. Johnson back to Connors. Connors looks, fires it towards play. Good save there, or good stop there by Gaspard. Gutowski picks it up in the corner. Sidesteps his check by Gaspard. Turns, fires. Good deflection there by Gaspard to keep following up on the puck. The Spartans finally clear the zone. Johnson picks up the puck deep in the Hawks' defensive zone. Puts a nice move as they exit the zone cleanly. Puck's chipped deep in by O'Brien. Johnson picks up the puck behind the net. Spartans manage to hold the zone as they keep it in. It's fired up. This will go right up into the bench. Darabin tried to fire it on net. Tipped up into the bench by Swanson. This will create a stoppage in play with 5:09 remaining here in this first period. Campbell steps in the face-off circle opposite of Mark Darabin. Campbell the face-off win, controlled by Giel. Giel tries to reverse course. Campbell picks it up over to Colasar. Colasar gains speed, works his way through the neutral zone. He's got some support on the far side by Campbell. This will be offsides by the Hawks. Close play there. Hawks had a 4-on-3 rush as they entered the zone. 4:54 remaining here in this first period. Lensmeyer steps in the face-off circle opposite of Campbell. Campbell the face-off win. Colasar dumps it deep. Manning behind the net. Puck battle on the near boards. Chipped out to Campbell. Campbell steps up from the slot. He fires just wide. Good bounce. Almost came out. Almost picked up there by Greathouse. Campbell maintains control. Turns. Spins. Works his way towards the slot area. As he looks, fires it on net. Good save there by Manning. Right in front. Greathouse cannot turn it around. Greathouse had Manning turned around. Couldn't quite convert. Greathouse dumps it deep. Stick lift there. Here's Shepard as he tries to clear the zone. Can't quite do so. Campbell trying to work it back to Giel. Giel picks it up in the slot and fires high up over the net. Rice tries to pick it up cleaner. They do manage to clear so. Colasar dumps it deep. The Hawks reset. Shepard back behind the net. Picks it up, tries to clear it loose. Can't quite do so. Intercepted by Ramaka. Ramaka just out of the reach. Greathouse steps up into the slot. Can't quite get the shot on net. Good deflection there by Shepard. Greathouse picks up the puck deep in the zone, takes a hit by Sauer. Hawks manage to maintain control. Puck's finally cleared by the Spartans as they dump it down with 3:26 remaining here in this first period. Isaac Anderson picks it up as he works his way around the defensive zone. Tries to do a cross-ice pass, deflected, but Tyson Herman picks it up. Works his way over to Isaac Anderson as he steps up into the zone, dumps it deep, chips it down. Here's Gogala. Puck picked up, bouncing puck in the slot. Spartans managed to pick up the puck. They work their way out. Dump deep, Pet's there for the save. Herman avoids the sidestep, or avoids the check. Cross ice picked up here by Conlon. Conlon tries to drive it deep, tipped wide. Puck's cleared by the Hawks as it goes all the way down. This is picked up by Sam Shepard behind the play. Shepard advances the puck forward. Here's Waits. Waits tries to force it through the middle, can't quite do so. Waits continues to pick it up, tries to work it through. Puck back to the point, dumped in. Hallman wraps it around. Wacker picks it up, can't quite clear the zone. Here's Hallman, over to Montague. Montague, it's intercepted. This is Darabin. Darabin fires on Petz, loose puck in front. Good play, back-to-back shots. Petz turned him aside. Up to the point, Shepard with a shot from the point. Pushed aside by Petz as the Hawks clear the zone. Here's Gutowski trying to create the rush. As the Hawks get set into the zone. Turns, fires on net by Swanson. Steered aside, here's Sauer as he exits the zone with speed. Picked up here by Berthum. Puck's dumped toward the net. Montague steps up, big hit. Took Darabin down with a good clean hit. Took him off the puck. Battle on the near boards. Swanson comes away with it. Darabin tries to step in front, can't quite contain Swanson. Swanson continues to work along the near boards. Puck comes deep. Peter Berthum chips it free. Giel can't quite connect as they pick it up. Here's Lensmeyer, takes the check, loses the control of the puck. 52 seconds remaining here in this first period. Gutowski takes a big check. This is going to be checking from behind. Gutowski looks hurt. With 45 seconds remaining, this will be the first penalty of the game. On number 8, Gabe Lensmeyer. This will be an interference call. Gutowski took an awkward bounce into the boards, head first. Thankfully, he's okay. This will be the first opportunity for the Hawks. Power play. Swanson with face-off win, back to Campbell. Campbell works it over to Montague. Montague back to Campbell. Campbell to Montague. Montague over to Campbell. Campbell steps up. Montague fires from the point, just tipped wide. Sauer tries to clear it, does manage to do so. Montague picks it up through the neutral zone. The Hawks reset as they bring it deep. Montague stops, tries to chip it towards Ramaka. Good intercept there by Shepard. Montague out to the point. Swanson over to Campbell. Campbell looks. Campbell, a great playmaker. Distribution of the pass. Brings it over to Ramaka. Ramaka with fires just wide. Campbell picks it up from the near side. Again over to Ramaka. He fires. That'll be the end of the period here. Great offensive pressure throughout that first period by the Chaska Hawks as they managed 16 shots on net compared to the 7 shots on net by the Spartans. Brody Manning for the Spartans turned away 15 of the 16 shots. Hawks lead with a 1-0. Frank Petz turns away 7 of 7 shots as we get ready for our second intermission. Play was solid back and forth. Good clean play, last minute. It was at 45 seconds remaining in the period. There was a penalty taken by Gabe Lensmeyer for interference, so the Spartans will have 1:15 remaining in the second period to kill that penalty. Hawks have been solid on the offensive perimeter, limiting the number of shots, making their way towards the net on Pets. And as we enter into the second intermission, we'll hear from our commercial sponsors, and then we'll be back for more action. Visit ridgeviewmedical.org today. And if you're in the market for a new home, call the Rome team with Coldwell Banker at 612-207-6334 today. If you want to follow the Hawks, you can follow the Hawks on socials by following them on X at Chaska Hawks Live, on Instagram at Chaska Hawks Live, or on Facebook via facebook.com/Chaska Hawks Live for the latest highlights, news, and the best coverage of Hawks sports around. Finally, if you can't catch the game live or just want to relive some of the top moments from the Hawks after the game, games are archived within 24 hours after completion. Check out the On Demand tab on the Chaska Hawks Live homepage to watch tonight's game and all previous broadcasts on chaskahawks.live for free. Here come our referees. We're waiting both teams to take the ice. For the Spartans, the Hawks are going to have to make sure they keep an eye on the Barthum brothers, as they are the top two scorers, both Peter and Judd. And they look to go ahead and put more pressure on the Hawks here, trying to create that offensive strength that the Spartans are going to need to score. Here come our Chaska Hawks as they take the ice. Here come the St. Paul Academy Spartans. Players will take a quick lap, take their respective benches. We'll wait for the referees to take their position. We'll drop the puck here shortly. Chaska's top playmakers will look to get into the activity and on the scoreboard here this second period. Campbell and Ramaka had plenty of opportunities there in that first period, creating a lot of pressure. I would expect they'll continue to try to do so. Hawks take their final coaching. They break, huddle. Starters come out. Jake Campbell will go ahead and take the face-off of the Chaska Hawks. On the opposite side, looks like Henry Conlon will take the face-off for the Spartans. Strike that. Lachlan Gaspard will. Hawks will start with a 1:15 power play here. Montague picks up the puck over to Campbell. Campbell works his way through the neutral zone, brings the puck into the zone, looks to pass across the middle, tipped high into the netting by Swanson. Great play by Campbell to see Swanson slashing down the slot area, connected on the pass, and Swanson just tipped it high up into the netting. 1 minute even remaining in the Chaska Hawks power play. Sam Swanson steps into the face-off circle, opposite of Gaspard. Face-off controlled by the Spartans. Good forecheck pressure there by the Hawks. Picked up by Ramaka. Ramaka turns, fires just wide. Connors picks it up on the far side, out to the point to Campbell. Campbell works its way over to Ramaka, tries to one-time it, can't quite get enough wood on it. Pucks try to be cleared, but Montague stops it, keeps it in. Campbell works it along the high point. Down to Connors, back out to Campbell. Campbell across to Ramaka. Ramaka fires it towards the net. Good save there by Manning. Kept in by Montague as he works his way all the way deep down to Connors. Connors takes a check from Shepard. Puck tipped back out to Campbell. Campbell works along the far boards. Dumps it down to Connors. Connors back to Campbell. Campbell back to Connors. Connors turns, loses Shepard, fires it back to Campbell. Campbell steps up, fires it on net. Saved there by Manning. Stoppage in play with 4 seconds remaining on the Chaska power play. Hawks maintained offensive possession that entire period, or for that entire power play. Only got a couple shots on net. Hayden Nelson with the face-off win. Back to the point. Colasar fires from the point. It's tipped just wide. That'll end the Hawks power play. Both teams even strength. Colasar picks it up. He fires it towards the net. Gutowski picks it up in the corner after Manning save. Colasar keeps the puck in the zone. Dump deep. Gutowski picks it up behind. Good play to avoid the check there. Dump deep. Puck picked up behind the net by Vardikin. Back up to the corner. Nelson can't quite keep the puck in the zone. There's Judd Barthroom. Works his way across. Fires it over. Intercepted by Colasar as he heads to the zone. Brings it out. O'Brien picks it up. O'Brien's got a breakaway on far side. 2-on-1. Just can't quite complete the pass with Judd Barthroom. They had a 2-on-0. Pets did a fine job moving across the crease, but the puck was just out of reach on the pass. Judd Barthroom picks it up behind the net. Stolen by Hallman. Hallman wraps it around. Puck takes a funny bounce off the boards. Vardikin picks it up in the slot area. Nelson exits the zone for the Hawks. Nelson dumps it deep. Bouncing puck. The Hawks will get a line change. Long outlet pass. Happens to be out of the reach. Right on net on Pets. Pets jumps on it. Stops the puck. With 14:27 remaining here in the second period. Hawks have come in, started putting that offensive pressure right out of the gate on the Spartans. The Spartans had a wonderful opportunity in the 2-on-0. Just couldn't quite connect. Here's Lachlan. Gaspard steps into the face-off circle opposite his counterpart, number 7, Jake Campbell. Puck picked up by the Hawks as they exit the zone. Tyler Ramaka picks it up on the far side. Works his way down. Stops. Shepard forces him into the corner. Reverses course over to Greathouse. Greathouse to Campbell. Campbell works it on the far boards. About to Johnson. Johnson wraps it across. Can't quite connect with Montague. Hawks do maintain control on the offensive zone. They dump it deep. Bouncing puck by Sauer, picked up by Ramaka. Ramaka out to Campbell, can't quite connect on the pass. It was just behind Campbell. Puck picked up here by Gaspard as he tries to work his way through the middle, intercepted by Campbell. Campbell brings it out of the corner. Good outlet pass over to Montague. Montague brings it up on the far side. Brings the puck deep. Intercepted. Tries to get an offensive line change. Colasar there. It's a 2-on-0, or 2-on-1, sorry. Ramaka picks it up after a great play by Colasar for the steal. Puck in the neutral zone. Greathouse. Back to the Spartans. Shot on net there by Hansen. Campbell picks it up behind the net. Turns. Puck controlled here by Rice. Rice in a good puck battle with Montague. Forces the turnover. Over to Hansen. They manage to maintain. Rice moves his way across toward the middle. Can't quite connect. Puck's kept in by the Spartans. Campbell finally intercepts. Brings it clear. Avoids the check. Puck struggling to maintain the puck in the neutral zone. Hansen brings it in, but good offensive pressure there. Forecheck pressure by Greathouse. Creates the turnover in the neutral zone. Colasar exits, dumps it deep. This will be icing with 12:41 remaining here in the second period. Hawks have come out firing here. There have been some cracks in the defense here so far for the Hawks, where the Spartans have managed to get a couple good rush opportunities on the face-off win. Puck shot high and up over the net. Sauer keeps it in from the point. Giel picks it up. Giel exits the zone, picked up by Sauer in the neutral zone. Turns, fires, intercepted by Colasar. Colasar steps in with speed as he leaves it just out of the reach of Tyson Herman. Dump deep behind the net. Jacob Thormesgaard picks it up in a puck battle with Leo Rice. Puck's loose. Shepard works his way around, tries to clear the zone, tries to get the long outlet pass, does so to Judd Barthroom. Judd, their second leading scorer, tries to cut towards the middle. He's taken off the play by Finn Johnson. Jackson Giel picks up the puck on the far side. Hawks clear the zone. Try to work their way across to Colton Wacker. Can't quite complete the pass. Puck's brought all the way back. Bennett Sauer turns for the Spartans. Spartans control deep below the goal line. Shepard brings it up on the near boards. Works his way over to O'Brien. O'Brien clears the zone, but the Hawks intercept and dump it all the way back down. Sauer tries to clear the zone, intercepted. Here's William O'Brien as he races down. He's got Berthume on the one side. Can't quite complete the pass with a great defensive effort there by Johnson to cut off the pass, leaving Petz to make a good save. Johnson picks up the puck behind the net. He's got time. He looks, fires the centering pass. Tyson Herman dumps it all the way down. This will be icing on the Hawks, but it'll give them an opportunity to go ahead and get fresh legs with 11:11 remaining here in this second period. Shots a little bit more even here so far in this second period. The Hawks with 4 and 3 for the Spartans. Swanson steps in the face-off circle. Puck control kept in by Gogala. Chip toward the net. Heel picks it up behind the net for the Hawks. Turns, good offensive pressure here. Connors picks it up. Tries to clear the zone, managed to do so. This chips the puck free for Gutowski. He's got Swanson racing down the slot. Gutowski picks it up behind, dumps it out front. Good defensive effort there by Gogala to stop the puck from entering into that slot area. Heel steps up, chips it deep. Swanson picks it up, turns, can't quite cut to the net. Gogala turns, good play there by Gogala to force the turnover. Swanson battling deep below the goal line. Looks like the net's off its moorings, so this will create a stoppage in play with 10:25 remaining here in this second period. Hawks are having an easier time breaking out of their zone and containing or maintaining possession through the neutral zone, giving them opportunities here in the offensive end. Swanson steps in the face-off circle opposite of Gaspard. Puck controlled by the Spartans. They dump it deep. Johnson steps up, creates the turnover. Sam Swanson picks it up on the far side, fires it towards the net, just high and wide. Montague keeps the puck in, but the Spartans ultimately clear the zone. Johnson turns, maintains control, gives it to Montague. Montague works his way through the neutral zone. On the far side, chips it deep, gets past Shepard. Dumps it back, leaves it for Swanson. Swanson right through the slot, can't connect with Greathouse as he was working his way through. Gutowski turns, fires. Good save there by Manning. Puck's dumped below the goal line. Picked up by Gutowski. Tries to reverse course. Puck battle there with Gaspard. Gaspard managed to clear the zone. They've got 3-on-2. Chipped in. Montague intercepts. Loses his footing, but Johnson's there to pick up the puck. Hawks clear the zone. Greathouse, with his speed, works his way through, chips the puck deep. This is Peter Berthume, tries to clear the zone. He's their leading scorer. Puck's dumped towards the net. Chipped wide into the corner. Greathouse, good pressure. But the Spartans clear the zone as they work their way through. Here's Hansen as he turns, tries to get the shot on net, but Heel's there to intercept. Create the turnover. Hansen picks it up, or tries to pick it up behind the net. Heel turns, fires over to Colasar. Colasar clears it over to Greathouse. Greathouse to Campbell on the great between the legs pass. Campbell works his way through. Ramaka just peered outside the racing defender on the backside. Couldn't quite get his stick on it. The Hawks maintain control in the offensive zone. Campbell turns. He works on his backhand side, looking for some help as he works his way back towards the slot. Continues to maintain control, looking for the outlet pass. Centers. Kept in by Colasar as he dumps it towards the net. Picked up behind the net by Ramaka. Ramaka's got Greathouse in front. He fires and he scores! Great play by Ramaka. Looked like he was going to work his way on a pass over to Greathouse, but instead takes a shot, and Ramaka scores. With 8:07 remaining here in this second period. On the great play behind the net, Tyler Ramaka picks it up for his 13th goal of the season. It appears to be an unassisted goal. Off the face-off. Spartans take control, fired it on net, and they score! A good play from Sauer, right over on the shot by William O'Brien. Very quick off the face-off. 7 seconds later. That's William O'Brien's. We're waiting to see what, that's William O'Brien's. And that was assisted by Sauer.
Scoring for Chaska, 14th.
As we regain control, Montague picks it up into the slot area. Intercepted.
Time and goal, 8 minutes, 53 seconds.
Berthum brings it down, loses control. Judd takes a big check. This is going to be a penalty on Colasar.
For the Hawks. Tip off over there, scored by number 16, Brady Glenn, his 6th of the season. The assist goes to number 20, Bennett Sauer. Time of the goal, 9 minutes.
Colasar will take a 2-minute penalty.
Glenn, his 6th.
The officials are going to consume. It looks like a cross-checking penalty.
For the Spartans.
This will give the Spartans their first power play opportunity. Campbell steps into the face-off circle. Opposite of York. Sorry, of Darabin. Puck's chipped out wide. It's loose in the slot. Hawks pick it up. Campbell works his way around to Ramaka. Ramaka dumps it deep. Hawks maintain control. They've got the penalty as he turns Ramaka over to Campbell. Campbell fires and he's just wide of the net. Picked up here on the near side by Gaspard. Can't get past Montague. Montague with the steal. Turns, makes a great move. Can't quite clear the zone as the puck shot right there on net. That's Darabin. Glove save there by Pets. 1:26 remaining in the Chaska penalty. Darabin steps in the face-off circle opposite of Campbell. Spartans lose control. They have to exit. Puck's back in the neutral zone. Good forecheck pressure by Ramaka. Puts a check on Judd Berthum. Puck's cuts, turns. Here's William O'Brien as he works his way down. Fires it on Pets on net. Chipped into the corner. Great house. Leaves it. There's a shot by O'Brien. Good deflection there by Giel into the corner. Berthum works it around to the point. As they work their way into the slot, the puck's loose. Picked up by Campbell. Campbell over to Ramaka. Ramaka turns. Toe drags. Beautiful move as he works his way around and he scores! What a great play by Ramaka. Wonderful pass from Campbell. Ramaka picks it up on the short side. Makes a great move around the defender. Puts a wonderful move on Manning and backhands it right into the net for a perfect shorthanded goal by the Hawks. What a beautiful play. That's Ramaka's second goal of the game and his 14th of the season. 6:22 remaining here in this second period. 34 seconds remaining on the Chaska penalty. Sauer picks it up for the Spartans on the far side. Sauer brings it in with some speed. He works his way into the slot. Pets there with the save. Hawks manage to clear the zone. Dumped back in by the Spartans. Swanson dumps it all the way down. 15 seconds remaining in the Chaska penalty. Good play by Bardeacon to create the forecheck pressure, taking more time off the clock, forcing Shepard back into the corner. He tries to clear the zone here. Here's Leo Rice as he tries to work his way on the near side. Rice dumps it deep. Montague there to pick up the puck in the corner. Puck battle. Swanson comes away with it. That'll end the Hawks penalty. Pass out to Bardeacon. Sauer turns, fires, intercepts in the neutral zone. Picked up into the corner. Giel. He's got some pressure from Hansen. Pucks into the slot. Can't quite get the shot off there by Gaspard. Good defensive effort there by Montague to intercept that shot. Puck battle on the near boards. Ramaka brings it into Bardeacon. Ramaka keeps it in the zone. Finally, the Spartans come away with it. They dump it deep. As they wrap it around the near boards, here's Gaspard as he works his way into the corner behind the net. Giel picks it up. Fires it into the corner. Swanson over to Ramaka. Ramaka chips it high. Out of the zone, all the way down. Peter Berthum turns. Picks up the puck. Clears the zone. Spartans work their way through the neutral zone. Colasar intercepts. Dumps it deep out to Campbell. Campbell sidesteps the pressure. Brings the puck into the neutral zone. Looks. He's got Ramaka in the slot. Can't make the shot and he fires. Puck goes off the side of the net. Played by Greathouse, bring it out front. Ramaka bats down the puck. Controls. Deep below the goal line. Good pressure there. Spartans just trying to get the puck out of the zone. Good stick lift there by Campbell on the back check effort to steal the puck. Sidesteps the check. Here's Waits. Passes it back to Sauer. Try to get it through the neutral zone, but Isaac Anderson there on senior night to go ahead and intercept, dump it back in. Campbell turns, brings it along the near boards, looks for some help in the front, can't get quite the pass in front. William Sauer go ahead with the intercept there, chip it into the corner. Campbell picks it up, works his way around, 3:36 remaining in the second period. Campbell continues to work his way around behind, fires on net. There's Manning in front. Manning jumps on the puck there with 3:27 remaining here in this second period. Hawks with 24 shots on net. Spartans with 14. It's been much more even here. Shots on net on both sides here in this second period. Tyson Herman steps in the face-off circle opposite of Mark Darabin. Jacob Thormesgaard brings it around, tries to center, can't quite do so. Picked up here by William O'Brien as he tries to center across the pass, can't do so. Johnson picks it up, brings it in. Tyson Herman dumps it deep, Shepard in return. Chips it along the far boards. Spartans clear the zone, high pass across the board. Just out of the reach of William O'Brien, this will be icing. With 2:56 remaining here in this second period. As a reminder, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we're going to select our Ridgeview Player of the Game. Visit ridgeviewmedical.org today. Sam Swanson steps into the face-off circle opposite of Gaspard. Montague picks it up, fires it towards the net, just wide. Swanson tries to pick it up behind the zone. Connors picks it up behind the net, turns, brings it out front. He's got two players. Can't quite get the shot off. Colasar. Battle on the far boards from the Chaska bench. Spartans come away with it. Here's Darabin as he steps up. Fires it on Pets. Pets, loose rebound. Puck's loose right in front. Pets went for the glove save, bounced off his glove, couldn't quite get it. Finally, the Hawks break the zone, bring it all the way down. Connors dumps it deep. Puck's left behind. Picked up in the corner here by Gogala. Berthum wraps it across the ice to William O'Brien as he brings it in. Dumps it on net to Pets. Colasar, after the Pets save, brings it in. Gogala dumps it back. Montague turns. Hudson Montague turns, works his way out of the zone, dumps it in the neutral zone. Sam Shepard back in the turn, picks up the puck, exits, intercepted by Campbell. Can't quite get out of the zone. Campbell works his way through, brings it through, puts a shot on Manning. Manning there with a nice save. Campbell ran out of room in front of the net, still able to get a good quality shot on net. One-time pass over to Ramaka. Ramaka with a good shot, saved by Manning. Ramaka picks it up, 1:17 remaining here in the second period. Campbell with good puck movement, works his way through, strong move, can't quite get the backhand shot off. Sam Shepard there with the save. Puck's loose in front, and it goes in! It looks like it was a good play on a digging it through. Looks like it's Justin Greathouse for his second goal of the season at 1:05 remaining here in this second period. That's Justin Gracehouse's second goal of the season, as the Hawks take a 4-1 lead here with 1:05 remaining in this second period. Jake Campbell steps in opposite of number 7, Lachlan Gaspard. Puck's chipped loose, picked up by Ramaka. 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining here in the second period. Hawks managed to put more pressure here on the Spartans. Spartans clear the zone, but the Hawks maintain control through the neutral zone. Campbell turns back. Good play by Campbell to work his way through the neutral zone. Brings it through. Campbell steps into the slot, looks to get the shot off, loses control. Good defensive pressure there by Sauer to chip the puck free. Puck's on the far side, picked up here by Peter Bethune. Clears the zone. Giel steps up, puts a check, but Hawks manage to maintain control, dump it back into the offensive zone. Spartans clear. Try to work their way across. Isaac Anderson picks it up deep below the goal line. Good intercept. Puck's chipped right out front. Gutowski picks it up as he works his way through the neutral zone. He's got Bardeacon racing down the middle. Good play by Sam Swanson. Fire the puck on net. Just tipped wide by Bardeacon. And that'll do it for our second period. Great action here in that second period if you're a Hawks fan. Lots of pressure as they continue the pressure they had from the first period. Putting on net 12 shots, scoring on 3 of those 12 shots. Meanwhile, the Spartans really upped their ability to get shots on net here in that second period, as they managed to get 9 shots on net for a total of 16 in the total in the game. The Hawks with 28 in the game. Scoring in that second period led off by Tyler Ramaka, 8:07 remaining in the period for his 13th goal of the season. On an even strength goal, no assist. Then William O'Brien quickly returned the favor by scoring 7 seconds later for the St. Paul Academy Spartans. It was his 6th goal of the season at 8 minutes on an even strength goal, and the assist by number 20 Bennett Sauer. That followed up by Ramaka's second goal of the game at 6:22 on a short-handed play on the beautiful assist from Jake Campbell. And then to wrap up the scoring in that second period, Justin Greathouse scored his second goal of the season with 1:05 remaining in the period itself. Goaltending was solid on both sides. Frank Petz in net for the Hawks has turned away 15 of 16 shots. On the opposite side, Brody Manning has turned away 24 shots of the 28 he's faced. We did have one penalty in that second period. Bridger Colasar at 7:41 remaining took a cross-checking penalty. Otherwise, it's been good, clean play back and forth throughout, with the Hawks putting more pressure on the Spartans, but the Spartans returning the favor here toward the end of the period. As we look to action here in the third period, the Hawks typically have their strongest period in the third period, so we'll look forward to them coming back out and continuing to put the pressure on and trying to put this game away. For the Spartans, they'll be trying to generate some offense that typically they've struggled a little bit in their third periods, but with decent goaltending, they'll keep themselves in this opportunity for them. So, as we prepare for that third period action, let's hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back in just the third period action. The Hawks come out storming in the first and second periods. At the conclusion of the first period, the Hawks held a 1-0 lead on a goal by Mason Gutowski at 9:44 remaining on an even strength goal, on the assist from Sam Swanson and also from Alex Bardekin. Solid play in that first period by the Hawks. Created good offensive pressures. They had a lot of shots on net, 16 compared to 7 on the Spartans side. And then it continued into the second period action where the Hawks maintained that pressure, fought off one penalty kill, and managed to put up an additional 12 shots in that second period with a total of 28 total for the game. In that second period, the Hawks did jump out in front with an early goal in that period by Tyler Ramaka, his 13th of the season, on an unassisted play. A beautiful play as he worked his way deep from the corner, cut across the front, put a beautiful backhand past Brody Manning here to create a 2-1 lead for the Hawks, or a 2-0 lead for the Hawks. 7 seconds later, though, William O'Brien grabbed the puck, streaked down the left side, shot it on Petz, managed to put it right on the blocker's side, past Petz for his 6th goal of the season at 8 minutes on an even strength goal with the assist from Bennett Sauer. The Hawks then responded by Tyler Ramaka scoring his 2nd goal of the game and 14th of the season. Just a minute 41 seconds later, it's a shorthanded goal and with the assist to Jake Campbell. And the final goal of the period was by Justin Greathouse with 1:05 remaining on the even strength goal for the Hawks to take a 4-1 lead. The Hawks historically have been strong in the third period. So looked for them to come out strong, continue to maintain the pressure, try to put in a couple extra goals on the board just to give themselves the relief that they've been looking to try to create that distance, that gapping here in this third period. As they continue their strong defensive play, hopefully holding off the Spartans on the perimeter, not giving up good quality opportunities, this should allow the Hawks to pull away and create the victory tonight. Welcome back, everybody. As we get prepared here for the third period, the referees take the ice, waiting for the players to come back out. The Hawks want to go ahead and close out this strong performance so far. Good physical effort, good pace, good discipline, managed to keep themselves out of the box as they continue to put pressure on the St. Paul Academy Spartans here. Spartans taking the ice now. Brody Manning on the far side for the Spartans has played well. Same with Frank Petz here for the Hawks. Hawks carry a 4-1 lead here coming into this third period. 28 shots on net for the Hawks compared to 16 shots by the Spartans. Players will take 1 or 2 warm-up laps, take their places on the respective benches, receive the last bit of coaching, and we'll drop this puck here in just a moment. Taking their last bit of direction from the coaching staff. Looking to maintain that pace and that effort as they've had so far throughout the game. Also, before we get started here in the third period, I'd love to thank my videographer, Keith Erickson, for all his hard work and effort throughout the season. He's done a magnificent job. All right, Jake Campbell steps in the face-off circle for the Hawks. He'll be opposite here of Mark Darabin. Darabin steps in the face-off circle with Campbell. Campbell turns. Hawks control the puck through the neutral zone. Chip deep, bouncing puck. Peter Berthum in retreat, wraps it around as they work their way through. Puck's chipped along the far boards. It's brought out. Here's Judd Berthum as he tries to work his way into the corner. Good play by Kolasar. Keep the puck from being centered. Darabin tries to pick up the puck behind the net. Good play by Kolasar again to disrupt the play. Create the turnover. Ramaka clears the zone over to Jake Campbell. Campbell over to Greathouse. Greathouse works his way into the corner, intercepted here. As he works it out, Kolasar fires from the point. Blocked there by Kolasar. Campbell brings it deep, pushes aside, works his way through, turns, fires it. Good save there by Manning. Manning jumps on that puck for the stoppage in play. Into the face-off circle goes Sam Swanson, opposite of Lachlan Gaspard. Puck dumped in the near corner. Hawks battle along the near boards. Alex Bardeacon with Mason Gutowski. 2 seniors here on senior night, looking to close out strong. Puck's chipped up high into the net by William Sauer. .38 remaining here in this third period. Swanson steps into the face-off circle, opposite of Lachlan Gaspard. Puck on the near boards, picked up, wrapped around by Shepard. Brings it all the way over. Conlon clears the zone, but controlled by the Hawks. They dump it back deep. Shepard retreats behind his own net, tries to get support along the boards. Conlon works his way out. Picked up here by Gaspard as he tries to work his way into the neutral zone. He works his way into the slot. Shot on net by Petz, steers it aside. Giel clears the zone. This will not be icing. Shepard picks it up on the far side, wraps the play over to Sauer. Sauer dumps it through. Pass is incomplete. Goes all the way down. This is the icing with 14:51 remaining here in this third period. First 2 minutes of this period, you see the Hawks starting right where they left off here in the second period. Good pressure. Herman in the face-off. Puck's wrapped around the corner. Colton Wacker picks it up, turns, fires it on net. Manning there with the save, steers it wide. Puck battle behind the net. Jacob Thormasgaard picks it up, brings it out front, centers the pass right in front. One-timer. Herman just knocks it wide. Tyson Herman picks it up behind the net, turns, brings it over, dumps it in the slot, just on backhand for Thormasgaard. Couldn't quite get enough onto it, but does steer the puck wide. Good shift here for the Hawks. Herman works his way in the corner. Montague steps up, keeps the puck in. Puck battle along the far boards with Hansen. Hansen finally manages to clear the puck, goes all the way down. Polisar picks it up, reverses course. Dodges the Spartans player. Back to Sauer. Intercepted. Polisar dumped into the zone by Wacker. Puck's brought out. Intercepted by Ramaka. Ramaka brings it in. Brings it towards the net. Didn't have any centering help. Good play there by Sauer as he works his way into the corner. Wacker picks it up, dumps it towards the middle. Puck's passed all the way across ice. Good play here. Shot from the point. Petz with a blocker save. Funny bounce off the top of the dasher boards. Puck picked up in the neutral zone by Campbell. Campbell works his way over. Good defensive effort. Pushes Campbell wide. Still maintains control though. Campbell out to Connors. Connors fires from the point. Saved there by Manning. Stoppage in play at 13:06 remaining here in the third period. As a reminder, if you want to follow the Hawks, you can follow us on X at Chaska Hawks Live, Instagram at Chaska Hawks Live, or on Facebook at facebook.com/Chaska Hawks Live for the latest highlights, news, and the best coverage of sports around. Campbell turns, brings it into the slot, fires. Good defensive effort there by Garabin to block the shot into the corner. Connors picks it up as he works his way through the center. Maintains control. Hawks maintain control on the near boards. Kept in by Ramaka. Ramaka brings it over. Campbell tries to turn. Good defensive effort there by Berthum. Campbell works his way over. Tries to pass it over to Judd Berthum with the intercept. Peter Berthum picks it up. Here's Greathouse, and he picks up the puck right in front. Greathouse picked up the loose puck right in front. Scores his second goal of the game. At 12:26 remaining here in this third period. That'll be his third goal of the season. It was an even strength goal, unassisted. As he picked up the loose puck as it moved through the slot, managed to put it right past Manning. Manning didn't stand a chance. There was no defensive help. The Hawks take a 5-1 lead. Polisar brings it up, dumps it deep. Mason Gutowski picks it up on the far side. Mason Gutowski fires it towards the net. Bardekin off his skate, almost puts it past Manning. The Spartans managed to clear the zone. Checked in place by Polisar. Gutowski with a good spin move. Swanson with a good toe drag. Swanson comes in on net. Manning with a good save. Puck's loose in front, right in the crease. Manning jumps on it. Tyler Ramaka picked up his first assist of the game. He's got 2 goals. His 13th and 14th of the season. Does pick up an assist on the Greathouse goal. I was incorrect. I believed it was unassisted. It was not. Swanson steps into the face-off circle opposite of Gaspard. Swanson dumps it towards the net. Manning chips it into the corner. Gutowski maintains control in the corner. Puck battle ensues. Picked up. Puck's cleared by the Spartans. Dumped back in by Polisar. This will force the Hawks to retreat. Gogala, long ice pass, managed to clear the zone, but it's dumped over to Waits. Waits brings it in, brings it through the middle, intercepted there by Colasar in a good defensive effort. Intercepted that pass. The Hawks managed to clear the zone. The Spartans maintain control in the neutral zone, picked up by Swanson. Gutowski, he's got Bardekin streaking down the middle. Gutowski with a shot, glove save there by Manning. Gutowski had Bardekin streaking down the right side, followed by Swanson. Chose to take the shot, good shot. Glove save there by Manning. 11 minutes remaining here in this third period. Nelson takes the face off. Sauer wraps it around the other side. Hallman keeps it in. Puck's dumped deep. Nelson into the corner. Battle. Jacob Thormesgaard picks it up. Montague keeps the puck in play as the Hawks work it around the perimeter. Spartans try to clear it. Leo Rice finally does. Puck's wrapped all the way around. Hallman keeps it from entering the Hawks' defensive zone. Puck's chipped up high off the net. Hallman there in retreat. Turns over to Montague. Montague turns back to Hallman. Hallman sidesteps the check. Nelson to Thormesgaard. Thormesgaard leaves it for Nelson. A little too close on the pass. Nelson couldn't quite respond as quickly as necessary. The Hawks still managed to maintain the zone. Chipped in. Thormesgaard picks it up. He turns. Brings it towards the net. Spartans struggling to get the puck out of the zone. Thormesgaard keeps it in. Fires it towards the net. It was blocked. Thormesgaard puts another shot on net. Sauer finally gets the clear. Montague picks it up on the far side as Spartans try to get a few fresh bodies on the ice. Campbell comes in, picks up the puck, works his way from the side, over to the slot, over to Ramaka. Ramaka fires. Brody Manning there with the save. It was a good play by Campbell to recognize Ramaka on the far side. Got the shot off. Manning was there for a good glove save. 9:35 remaining here in this third period. Jake Campbell steps into the face-off circle opposite of Mark Darabin. Hawks can't gain control. Puck's chipped loose. Here's Brady Glenn as he works his way down. Brings it over to the center, looking for Berthum. Berthum works his way across the crease, but Glenn can't quite get control of the puck. Gutowski works his way up. Pass across the board to Ramaka. Ramaka chips it towards the net. Campbell picks it up. Sam Shepard behind the net. Works. Campbell fires it from the point. Puck's chipped loose. Here's Brady Glenn as he fires down on. Oh, and it's just off. Pet's got just enough of it to keep it from going in, but it comes off the crossbar. Here's Sam Shepard as he turns, dumps it in. Puck's loose in front. Jake Campbell picks up the puck, centers it. Nobody there. Here's Jed Berthum as he brings it down, dumps it deep. Picked up by Hallman. Hallman to Greathouse. Greathouse centers the puck right in front. Unfortunately, a Spartan player picks up the puck. That's Henry Conlon. Colasar wraps it around the far side. Puck controlled by Spartans as they work their way below the goal line. Good offensive effort here by Gaspard as he brings it out into the slot. Fired. Conlon can't quite connect. Puck's chipped loose. Ramaka picks it up. Sidesteps the check. Gogala manages to clear the zone. Spartans bring it into the offensive zone. Puck battle ensues on the near boards. Puck's fired into the slot. Good play by Alex Bardekin to intercept. He sees Gutowski up ahead of the play. Gutowski fires back, can't quite connect with Bardekin. But on the far side, Isaac Anderson steps in. Referees call it offsides. Very close play. 7:41 remaining here in this third period. The Hawks with a 5-1 lead. They've continued the shot onslaught here with 37 total shots. They picked up 9 already here in this third period. To the 1 by the Spartans. Bardeacon works his way down on the far boards, intercepted by Sauer. Sauer brings it up. Good play, clear the zone to Halverson. Halverson steps up, tries to enter the zone, takes a good body check from Sam Swanson, loses control. Hawks manage to dump it back deep. This will be icing. 7:21 remaining here in this third period. High school athletes thrive on great coaching and a home team advantage. If you're looking to list or buy a home, call the Rome team with Coldwell Banker at 612-207-6334 today. Sam Swanson steps into the face-off circle with Gabe Lensmar. Puck's chipped out front. As they work their way through, Gutowski reverses course over to Swanson. To Gutowski. Gutowski pins it along the boards. Bardeacon joins the battle. 7 minutes remaining here in this third period. They continue the puck battle deep in the corner. Gutowski comes away with the puck. Picks it up. Looks for some help. Fires. Puck's chipped up into the net by Sauer. That'll create a stoppage in play. Bennett Sauer's been a good, solid defender for the Spartans here today. 6:44 remaining here in this third period. Face-off. Tyson Herman steps into face-off circle opposite of Mark Darabin. Turned around. Puck's loose in front. Jacob Thormasgaard tries to get the shot on net. Good defensive deflection there. Salanek picks it up. They exit the zone. There's good. Mark Darabin works his way down. Here's Peter Berthum, or Judd Berthum, as he works his way through across the slot. Can't quite connect on the pass. Out to Brady Glenn. Jacob Thormasgaard exits the zone, works his way on the far side. Stops, looks and waits for some help. He was 1-on-4. Wisely waits, try to get some offensive support. Puck's dumped deep. Here's Manning behind the net to stop the play. Giel steps up, keeps the puck in the zone. Salanek works his way behind the play. Exits the zone. Up to Berthum, dumps it deep. Kept in on the far side by Brady Glenn. Shot on net. Frank Petz there with a good save. 5:42 remaining here in this third period. If you can't catch the game live or just want to relive some of the top moments from the Hawks after the game, games are archived within 24 hours after completion. Check out the On-Demand tab on the Chaska Hawks Live homepage to watch tonight's game and all previous broadcasts on chaskahawks.live for free. As we regain action, the Hawks gain control off the face-off. Battle in the neutral zone. Spartans come away with it. They look to get a high-quality shot in the slot. Can't quite do so. Gutowski picks up the puck along the far boards. Clears the zone over to Alex Bardeacon. Bardeacon sidesteps a great check by Gogala. Bardeacon with a shot, and what a play! What a goal! Alex Bardeacon with a wonderful play as he broke free on the far side. And he worked his way through. An awesome play there. That's Bardeacon's second goal of the season. Pardon me, his first goal of the season. .5:13 remaining here in this third period. Jake Campbell steps into the face-off circle. Tyler Ramaka steps up. Puck battle on the near boards. Hawks with a 6-1 lead. Holman steps up, keeps it in. Jake Campbell, the far side, as he wraps it around. Puck's loose in front. Manning jumps on the puck with a stoppage in play with 4:45 remaining here. 39 shots on net here by the Hawks. 33 saves by Brody Manning. On the opposite side, Spartans with 19 shots on net, 18 saves there by Frank Petz. Jake Campbell steps into the face-off circle opposite of Mark Darabin. Sauer picks up the puck, fires it out of the zone. Hawks managed to maintain puck in the neutral zone, not letting the Spartans get deep in the offensive zone. Colasar, good sidestep move, works his way through the neutral zone, gains speed, splits right through the defenders, fires, good save there by Manning. Colasar worked his way through with some speed. He had some trailing players in Wacker and Ramaka, but a good glove save there by Manning. Ramaka steps into the face-off circle opposite of Darabin. Ramaka steps up, fires, puck's loose in front. Montague keeps the puck in play. Picked up on the far boards. Far pass, long pass. This will not be icing as the puck comes out. Campbell turns, picks up the puck, turns, looks. Nice cross-ice pass to Tyler Ramaka as he works his way in through with Montague. Ramaka takes a check. Still continues to follow the puck into the corner, picked up by Campbell. Campbell out to Montague. Montague fires it on net, just wide. Colton Wacker picks it up, fires it towards the net. Puck's cleared by Judd Barthum. Paddled, steered side by Petz, pushes it in the corner. Isaac Anderson dumps it down through the neutral zone. The Spartans will have to clear the zone. Good entry here by Gaspard as he works his way through, but stolen. Isaac Anderson picks up the puck, works his way over to Campbell. Campbell works his way over on the near side, tries to split the defenders, weaves it for Ramaka, dumps it deep. Campbell picks it up behind the net, turns, looks for some supporting, fires. Good save there by Manning. Steered into the corner. Spartans manage to clear the zone. They lose control in the neutral zone. Colasar picks it up. High in his own defensive area. Spartans try to get it deep. Now it creates a Gutowski breakaway. Gutowski with a shot. Good save there by Manning. Good back check pressure there by Gogala. Puck's loose in front. Swanson turns, he fires. Good defensive effort there. It was a good play by Gaspard to push the puck loose. Swanson picks it up in front, he shoots and he scores! With 2:28 remaining, the Hawks take a 7-1 lead. Good play by Swanson there as he picked up the loose puck right in the slot. Turn, fired, and he got the shot off before Manning had time to react. Sam Swanson steps into the face-off circle opposite of Gabe Lensmar. Picked up by Colasar off the face-off. Colasar dumps it deep. This should result, based on the rules, on a 6-goal lead in the third period. This will create a running time for the remainder of the game, unless the Spartans can score a goal and erase a 6-goal lead. Montague picks it up, 2:09 remaining. Swanson fires it across over to Tyson Herman. Herman picks it up, dumps it towards the middle. Gutowski there with a great play, just chips it wide. Gutowski's had a great night tonight, creating a lot of offensive opportunity for he and his line mates. Swanson picks it up behind, left for Gutowski. Gutowski turns, tries to bring it into the middle. Swanson turns, fires, and Tyson Herman there. Good play as they wrap it around the far boards. Isaac Anderson picks it up, they dump it down. Sauer picks it up for the Spartans. Sauer in a battle behind the net with Herman. They manage to finally clear the zone. 1:29 remaining here in the third period. Montague picks it up, fires it over to Gutowski. Gutowski tips it down. This will be icing. As a reminder, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name our Ridgeview Player of the Game. Visit ridgeviewmedical.org today. With the countdown timer, we've got roughly 1:03 remaining here in this third period. Hayden Nelson steps into the face-off circle opposite of Daniel Halverson. Nelson with the face-off win. Spartans manage to maintain the zone. Isaac Anderson picks it up. Puck battle deep below the goal line. Puck comes loose. Good play by Montague here. as they bring the puck around. Great house. Turns. 36 seconds remaining in the contest. Great house managed to maintain control. Puck's out to the point. Here's Solonek. Fires it towards the net. Tip just wide. Anderson out to Wacker. Montague picks it up in the neutral zone. 20 seconds remain. Montague steps up. Fires it towards the net. Good play there by Nelson. Manning with the save, and he jumps on the loose puck. 10 seconds remaining. This will wind off the rest of the clock. Great effort here by the Hawks tonight, result in a Hawks play. We'll go ahead and provide a quick update here after we listen to a few words from our sponsors.
The Chaska Hawks 7. St. Paul Kennedy Spartans 1. It's been a pleasure doing this.
Oh, that was fun.
Thank you.
Woo!
To tonight's game and all the games. And as always, please do.